All right, back on the Mom Edition here, River Clay Mom Edition. We are planning to go on a short hike to check out our apple orchard. We planted fruit trees about 2 years ago now, and we're gonna go check them out. So first we're gonna see if our friends wanna come with us. And if the friends wanna come, then we're gonna have a nice mom and kid hike to the orchard to check out our fruit trees. We planted, I believe it's 4 apples, 4 pear, 4 plum, and some blackberry bushes, and maybe some chokecherry? I'm not sure. It's really hard up here because we're zone 2. We might even be 2A. So we're limited in the variety that we'll grow that's hardy to zone 2A. But I think one of our bushes might have been a 2B, maybe a 3A. So we're kind of taking a chance on that one. All right, so now I am going to the orchard. So we bought this property in May of 2020. The men spent the summer using a canoe to haul material, clear, and build the bunkie cabins. So for May of 2021, I ordered some cold hardy fruit trees, 12 of them. 4 plum, 4 pear, 4 apple, and 2 little chokecherries, and a couple blueberry. Not blueberry, blackberry. So we had those delivered to our home in May of 2021, and then we had to drive up here to plant them. A little bird. And so the property is heavily treed with these evergreens, poplars, and birch. And so obviously fruit trees need a lot of sunlight. So we were limited in terms of our options with where to plant them, because 12 fruit trees, I mean, that's going to need a lot of space for planting. Now, just behind our cabin, maybe, I don't know, 100 feet, 200 feet, there's one clearing. And so this is all we had space-wise to plant these fruit trees. So here's this clearing, kind of bizarre. We didn't take down any trees that were here, it was just here. And so this is where we've made a home for our fruit trees. So in this area, we've got, these are the plums. So you can see it's leafing out, budding out. This one looks healthy. This plum over here, this is one of the ones that's dead. 99% sure this guy's dead. But I also thought it was dead last year, 2022. Okay, this one, tiny little buds, so it's good. This is the 4th plum. Not a lot of greenery, but the stem looked green. Okay, the pears, worse off. 4 pears, and I'm almost sure that 3 of them are dead. Of the pears. No, yes, pears. The 4 apple trees look good. Okay, let me take you to the apples. Okay, here's one apple. This guy looks good. Lots of green there. 1, 2. Not a lot of green yet, but the stem looks good and healthy. The trunk. Here's another apple. Look at those sweet green branches. Awesome. Doing good. Now, when I bought these trees, most of them were 1 to 2 year trees, so teeny tiny. And some of them were 3 to 4 year trees, but not a lot. These are the choke cherries. This one's looking awesome. Okay, 1 choke cherry, 2 choke cherry. Also got some green. And then these are our little patches of blackberries. Hopefully they'll start sending up some canes and the blackberries will flourish here, but we'll see. Now, we come in the spring, we take off those white protectants so they can get more sunshine. And in the fall, when we come back, October, we put the white protectors back on to hopefully prevent them from being chewed up by rabbits in the winter. And in the fall, it's really hard to find the trees because look at all this brush, right? It's dead right now, but come summer, all these weeds and prickly bushes will be 3 feet high. So when we planted the trees, we used the orange caution tape around the base, which was great for the fall, but it was hard to find them. So I just tied these orange tags on them now, this trip. So hopefully in the fall they'll be easier to find, because when we come here, this is full of bush, and we're so tentatively tiptoeing around trying to find the baby fruit trees so that we don't step on them by accident. But four of them, I'm 99% sure that they're dead. So I'm going to email the lady and I'm going to ask her about it, because of course these trees do have a guarantee, right? But if those are the varieties that are the 3 or the 2B, she couldn't guarantee those because I'm pretty sure here we're 2A. So those might have been the varieties that are better suited for zone 3, in which case that's fine. It was an experiment. I'm going to get some, try to get some replacement trees that are hopefully bigger. I'd really like to get the 3 to 4 year trees or even 5 to 6 year trees in a zone 2. Or even 1. I know they had a few apples that were designed for zone 1 that could be grown up in the Yukon and Alaska. So that would be cool to try one of those really hardy apple varieties. But anyways, this is obviously an ongoing project for future generations. So we may not get fruit in my lifetime, but hopefully we will get fruit sometime. And ideally, we are going to spend time with the wood chipper, putting more mulch around each of these baby trees to keep the weeds back. I'd like to take the perimeter of trees down an extra 10 to 15 feet to widen the area. Right now, it's fine because these poplars haven't leafed out yet. But as soon as they leaf out, they're going to cast a lot more shadow, right? So we'll see how they do. Hopefully something will survive. And one day I'll be eating a nice, juicy...
Liz, did you go to the orchard?
Yeah, I'm here right now.
Okay, cool.
I'm about to head back. Hopefully one day I'll be eating a nice, juicy... piece of fruit from my fruit tree orchard. Okay, so I'm gonna head back now. I hope you have enjoyed this garden tour of the orchard with me this morning. Just had to do one more quick video of this. This is my favorite section of the orchard pathway. Okay, so we've just left the orchard. The orchard is surrounded by those white poplars and birch. And then we've got this one section that's evergreen trees. And it feels different in this very short section. It's cooler because there's less sunshine. There's this beautiful moss on the ground. It's soft and spongy, and I just love this section. It's very short, you know, what was that? A whole whopping 30 feet. But that's my favorite section of the orchard walk. I just think it's so beautiful walking through the different types of trees and noticing how much the vegetation changes from one section to another. Now, this whole property was logged about 25 years ago, and so that's why so many of these trees are so small. Okay, these are the 25-year-old trees that were planted, but it's quite interesting. We have a very dense section of evergreens versus deciduous, poplars, birch, etc.